darkest corner of the internet. Tonight we are stepping into the world of those who protect us when the rest of the city sleeps. The police officers who patrol alone on empty roads, quiet streets, and dark towns after midnight. These are 5 true, terrifying Reddit stories from police officers who were on night duty. They wear the uniform, carry the badge, and walk the beat thinking they are the ones in control. But sometimes something else is watching them. Some of these officers quit the force the very next day. Some still check their back seats every time they get into the patrol car. And some never spoke about what they saw again. Story number 1, the call from my own house. My name is Inspector Rajesh. I was on night patrol in a small town in Haryana. At 2:47 a.m. I received a domestic violence call from my own home address. I rushed there with the siren on, heart pounding the whole way. When I reached, my wife opened the door looking confused and asked, "What happened? Why are you here?" I told her about the call. She said she never called anyone. I checked my phone. The call was still showing as in progress from my home number. I went inside. Everything looked normal. But when I stepped into the living room, I saw myself sitting on the sofa, wearing the same uniform, pointing a service revolver at my wife. I froze. The other me looked up, smiled slowly, and said, "You were late. I already finished the job." I fired 3 shots. When the smoke cleared, there was no one on the sofa. My wife was safe, had not heard the shots. But on the wall behind where the other me had been sitting, there were 3 fresh bullet holes. I submitted my resignation the next morning. Story number 2, the partner who died last year. This story is from Constable Suresh in Rajasthan. He was on patrol with his partner, Inspector Vikram, someone he had worked with for 3 years. At 3:15 a.m., they stopped a suspicious car on a deserted highway. Vikram got down to check the driver. Suddenly, Suresh heard gunshots. He rushed out and saw Vikram lying on the ground bleeding from multiple wounds. Suresh called for backup and tried to stop the bleeding. When the team arrived, they looked at him strangely and said, "Suresh, Vikram died in a shootout last year. You have been patrolling alone for 13 months. Suresh looked at the passenger seat. The patrol car, it was empty. But Vikram's blood was still warm on his hands. Story number 3. The criminal who was already in jail. A sub-inspector in Bihar was on night patrol when he received a message about a wanted criminal. Spotted on the highway, he chased the bike and caught the man after a short pursuit. When he removed the helmet, it was the same criminal he had arrested and sent to jail 2 weeks earlier. He called the jail immediately. The officer on duty said, "Sir, that prisoner is still in his cell. He never left. He is sleeping right now." The man in handcuffs smiled and said, "I just wanted to see my mother one last time before my hanging tomorrow." When the sub-inspector looked back, the man had disappeared. Only the handcuffs were lying on the road. Story number 4, the police station that called me. This happened to a lady police officer named Mira in a small town in Kerala. She was alone on patrol at 4 a.m. when she received a call from the police station. The officer on the line said, "Mira, come back immediately. There is an emergency." She turned the car and rushed back. When she reached the station, everything was dark and locked. She called the station number again. A voice answered, "Mira, we have been closed since 2019. Are you still receiving our calls?" She looked at the station building. All the windows were broken and there was a big abandoned board on the gate, but on her phone, the call was still connected, and someone was breathing slowly on the other side. Story number 5, the last patrol. This is the scariest story of the night. Head Constable Anil was doing his final night patrol before retirement. At 5:30 a.m. he received a call, officer down at the old checkpost. He reached there and saw a police officer lying on the ground. When he turned the body over, it was himself. Same face, same uniform, same retirement badge on the chest. The dead version of him opened his eyes and whispered, "I died here tonight. Because you will not retire tomorrow. You will take my place and patrol here forever." Anil ran back to the station and resigned immediately. But the very next night, another officer received the same call, officer down at the old checkpost, and the cycle continues. So these were the 5 true scary stories from police officers on night patrol. Which one scared you the most? Write the number in the comments, -1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. If you or anyone in your family is in the police force and works night duty, please share if they have ever experienced anything strange. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next nightmare. And next time you see a police car with flashing lights on a dark road at night, think twice before feeling safe, because sometimes the officer who stopped you is no longer alive. Good night and stay safe.